Oh, would you look at this? Would you look at this? Our pole compass snapped.
What are you doing?
We're trying to get some work done today and it's raining over here. It just kind of hit me and then it took the wind out of my sails a bit. How's it going, y'all? You're watching the Green Dream Project. Now, if you're new here, my wife and I were building an Earthbag home off-grid in the Arizona desert. And if you caught our last video, you know our pole compass snapped. The arm came off and it's devastating. We absolutely can't go back to work on the dome until I get that thing fixed. So unfortunately, I don't have too much time today. I'm hoping I can get the pole compass situated before I lose light. Not a difficult thing to replace. This is the part, that expensive. I picked up a couple just in case something like this were to happen again. If you haven't seen that, the compass broke in the last video on us, so I had to repair that.
As the diameter of our courses are getting smaller and smaller, and the dome is curving in, that pole is sticking way out over the side of the walls. So it's difficult to move it. And I kind of wonder if that had something to do with that piece breaking on there, because there's more weight pulling on the other side of it.
It's constantly under stress.
Yeah.
So when I first started using the pole compass, I just slid that cap right over the end, but it kept slipping out. So I added a screw to it. So I'll basically take the screw out of here and put it in the new one. Perfect. Whew. Oh, we got that done. I think one of the reasons why this broke is this just got tightened up a little too much, and then I put a little too much pressure on this piece. So I'm gonna have to loosen up the compass on this end so that this can kind of swing a little bit more freely. Crew, you gonna bury that thing? I don't think that's gonna work. Did you give up trying to bury that? Oh no, it looks buried. You did a good job. Crew, you did a good job. Alright, good morning y'all. Well, last night I got the pole compass situated, more or less. And then I was able to round up some barbed wire there. So maybe it'll make it a little easier for Jess. I don't know if you saw the last video. She tried just taking up 40 feet of barbed wire. That didn't go so well.
What are you doing?
Today was supposed to be a work day, but it looks like that is not going to happen. So the winds have just been crazy today. If we were working at a lower height, that wouldn't be an issue. But unfortunately, since we're so high up, we just can't do it. The bag's gonna fall over, one of us will fall over. It would be a mess. But that's all right, because this is gonna give Jess a chance to finish up the last of these drawings she's working on, and that way we can just kind of focus on getting this done. It's not just her though. I've been busy as well, helping out some of our neighbors put up their roof, and I'm also scheduled to help out another neighbor later on this week, so Jess and I have both been busy on some other projects. But we will be getting back to this soon, be adding those layers. But the cool thing is that we might get some rain tonight. You can see all the clouds now, so I'm hoping we get a nice little bit of rain, because I'm telling you, we could use the extra water. We've been using quite a bit with this build. So wish us luck. Good morning, y'all. It is a chilly, cloudy morning today. So the winds were blowing pretty hard yesterday, and we did get a little bit of rain last night. Not a lot, but it looks to me like we got about 1/10 of an inch of rain. That's not bad, I'll take it. Hopefully we can get out here, start putting on some barbed wire, and maybe starting the next course, but we'll just have to see what happens with the weather. We could end up getting some more rain, and then the winds are supposed to pick up again, so just do what we can do. We're trying to get some work done today and it's raining over here. Again, we can't get on top of the dome even with a light drizzle like this. It's just going to make things way too hectic to try and walk around up there, but it's raining, y'all. This is the first recordable rainfall we've had in a couple of months, so this is definitely welcome. Hopefully we're gonna get some into the poly tanks because we need some water. Uh-oh, it's coming down harder. Well, it wasn't supposed to be coming down like this. We were supposed to get some rain last night, and then today was supposed to be free and clear. But it is coming down and we're getting that water. It should be interesting to see whether we get it in the poly tanks or not. I'm excited about that. Check it out, y'all, check it out. So cool, so cool. I mean, the dome is so close to being completed. It should be kind of interesting to see whether the inside of there is getting wet or not. Still getting a little wet down here, but just a little spot on the floor. Not too bad. Of course, there's a little bit dripping off the bags too. Well, we'll do what we can do. This reminds me, wet gloves. Left my gloves in the car, now they're all soaking wet. But this reminds me exactly of the monsoon season. Like, we want to be out here working, but you know, in these conditions, can't exactly risk that. Like I said, we haven't gotten measurable rainfall for a couple of months. So we got water coming in from our roof. It's a very light rain, but we're still getting water in here. And this thing looks like it's almost full. But I can hear the water coming out of that pipe. And I'd say we're probably right around the 2,000 gallons. So we still got about 4,000 gallons of water in here. That's so cool that just like a little bit of rainfall like this can really juice up the containers. So I'm definitely happy about the rain we got. So last night we got about 1/10 of an inch of rain, and doesn't look like they've got that much during the day, but maybe pretty close, yeah. Maybe about another 1/10 of an inch. So we got water going into the poly tanks. We can't complain about that. We definitely needed that water. But with the rain, the wind, and the clouds, we're gonna be having some cold temperatures, possibly our first frost. So I just wanna check on some things, including our solar. We live just about 100% on solar energy. Oh, would you look at this? Would you look at this? So even with the clouds and everything like that, we are getting some sunshine, and the system is completely topped off. That's what I like to see before going into some really cold days. The reason I say we're not 100% on solar is because we do use some propane out here. Now, I just had this tank filled, so we should be pretty good on propane. We use propane for heating as well as some cooking. So we're still on propane for a little bit, and then you can argue on whether propane is off-grid or not, but I don't like being dependent on that because it's not like we can produce our own propane. So eventually I'd like to get off of that, but right now, it is what it is. We gotta use it, but it hasn't been too bad for us. So one thing I gotta be concerned about is if we're gonna get freezing temperatures, our water could freeze, and I would like to avoid that if possible. Now, I'm not too worried about the water inside the trailer. That'll be fine, but we do have some pipes that are above ground, so they are subject to freezing. And so I like to do a little precautionary work to keep that from happening and prevent any accidents from happening. Now that we got a little bit of extra water in the poly tank, I'm gonna put some water in the trailer, so make sure we're full here, and then I'll take care of the pipes. Alright, I got a new filter on here too, so water's really going in here fast. And now that we got the water going in here, we'll just let this fill up, then I can empty those pipes. Alright, so the water in here is all filled up. Let's prep the tank pipes for the cold weather. So one thing I like to do is drain the water out of these pipes. I have a valve on each end. By each of the tanks, I shut off each valve, let the rest of the water drain out, and then I'm usually good to go. All these pipes are wrapped up with insulation and tape, and so far this has been working out pretty well for us, and we've had some pretty cold temperatures. Alright, now that that's good to go, I'm going to unhook the hose here, just so that all this water drains out properly. Now just flip the switch and all this water should drain out. Alright, it takes a little bit for this water to drain out, but Once I'm satisfied all that water's drained out, I'll hook the hose back up, just so nothing crawls into the line. And then I just leave some of these valves open so nothing freezes up in there and cracks it, but otherwise we should be good. You guarding the door, buddy? Huh? You guarding the door? Hello, hello. I see you're cozy and warm on this chilly, cloudy day. It's good to see you kind of relaxing and taking a break, because we almost never get to see this. You're almost always moving and doing something.
I still have some things I gotta do today.
What?
Right now I'm just catching up on emails.
So you're telling me even though you're chilling here, you're still working? Unbelievable. Take a break. Still trying to bury that. All he's doing is piling mulch right up around the skin. Can you tell me why we have this hunk of wool down over here? And crew's been busy with that for a while.
Yeah, he's attempting to bury it, but there's no way he's gonna bury it. It's actually a whole sheepskin. And I was walking crew and suddenly he crosses over to the other side of the street and he starts sniffing this thing, and I didn't know what it was at first when we first found it, but I kind of poked at it and I realized that it's a sheepskin. So I don't know what it was doing on the side of the road, but I decided to pick it up and take it back home with me.
Never know what kind of souvenirs you find when you're going out walking with crew.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
He finds all the things.
He does. I don't know what we're gonna do with this thing.
I don't think crew wants you doing anything with his sheepskin. Careful.
These are getting big.
Yeah, they are. That's what happens. Eventually plants get bigger.
Yeah.
Or at least that's kind of what you hope to happen. You either get busy growing or you get busy dying. Going inside?
Yeah. These got watered from the rain.
Nice. Your plants are all getting bigger and you got no room for them.
So we gotta finish building the house.
So you have more room for plants?
Can fill it full of plants.
I don't think it can stay there. It can be there temporarily.
Why? It's fine.
Okay, that's where all our junk goes usually then.
Oh, we need room for our junk.
We need room for the junk.
I think there's one more plant.
One more? Do you have one more spot for it?
I'll make a spot. Gotta pay the chicken toll.
Is that the last one?
Yeah. See, this parsley would probably be okay, but there's a little succulent plant. Oh, there's two. There's three. There's a lot of them that accidentally kind of grew in here, so I'm gonna rescue them. Since we're supposed to be getting freezing temperatures tonight, I want to make sure any of the frost tender plants come inside.
And this is something you kind of do on a seasonal basis, right? Bring on all the plants at the start of the freezing temps, and then you bring it all out when it gets warmer, right?
Yeah, it's kind of tricky because we don't have a lot of room in here.
That's okay, just brush me and crew aside and you'll have room for the plants. Mm-hmm. Something living under there, buddy? You gonna hang out with us? Crew says he's interested in hanging out while we work, but he just needs a promise from you not to drop any cans of dirt on him.
I can't promise that.
His head's hard enough where he could probably take it.
Yeah.
Oh. Since you can't promise that, he's leaving. Bye, buddy. Crew. 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 He's gone. He's gone. Toss it. See if I can catch. Oh. See if I can catch while holding the camera. Got another one? Here. My depth perception isn't right with the camera. Helps when you don't look into the viewfinder. Or not. So you had to change things up on this course a little bit, right?
Yeah, so another part of these courses getting smaller as we go up is we're getting more of an angle to the circle, and then there's like these spaces forming on the outside edge of the wall.
Those spaces are kind of always there throughout every part of the build, but it's definitely getting way more pronounced. I mean, so pronounced now that, I mean, before you just kind of lay but one bag right up against the last and it closes them, but now you're finding that that they'll just pop open.
Yeah, well, the outside edge will pop open. Sometimes some of the dirt will spill out. So what I've been doing is putting a nail in each of the bags. Usually I'll put a nail in the first bag that I put down to make sure that stays closed. But now I'm doing all of the bags to kind of help keep them closed and keep the dirt from spilling out. And I don't think that gap is too big of a deal. When we put the cob on, we just fill in the gap with cob.
When we do those cob layers, they'll fill up those spaces, and that cob is incredibly strong.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like concrete.
I know a lot of people out there are probably getting frustrated. I've seen we're so close to finishing this off, and I would tell you, no one's more frustrated on this than I am. I want to see this closed off too. And this week has been it's just a tough one, just a lot going on. And so for me, I feel like we're not making that progress that I want to make, but I mean, a ton of stuff has been going on. So, I mean, I've been out helping some of the neighbors with their builds.
Helping my family with things.
Helping out your brother with his work, your parents with their technological issues. Then you've been super busy. You had a whole bunch of drawings going on. Yep,
and I enjoyed doing them, for sure. Yeah. That was kind of a blessing for me to be able to do that.
Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not upset about having to help people or anything like that.
No, we enjoy helping people.
Yeah, it's an honor, and I really enjoy getting to help out like the neighbors or anything like that. It really does bring a lot of joy to my heart to help out friends and family when I can. It's kind of part of what this lifestyle is about, being part of a larger community.
Yeah, and I think it helps us stay close to those people that we really care about and kind of make stronger connections.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of other things. There's a lot of, you know, things that don't make the videos. It just kind of hit me and then took the wind out of my sails a bit. It was tough to see so little progress going on. You know, like 1 week, it took like 1 week, and then we finally got this course done. But the people have been helped now. So the thing is, now that we're here, you know, the neighbors are in a good spot. Your brother's in a good spot. Your family still needs help with their technological issues, so we still got that. But your drawings are finally done.
Yeah, but now that that's kind of wrapped up, I'm looking forward to being able to just focus on finishing this house.
Now that's crazy. So we had the exact number of barbed wire. We had the exact length of barbed wire. The exact number of bags, and to finish off we had the exact number of cans. Is that fate?
Nope. You're a pro.
And I think we can kind of focus more on the build. There's a lot less on our shoulders, so I think we can just kind of focus a little bit better. Now, not that there's isn't still stuff on the side. There's always something that seems to be going on, but we could be a little bit more focused now, and that's I think we can knock out the rest of this pretty quick. This particular course only took like a couple hours to finish it. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I caught you spinning. Well, I guess we're gonna have to make this quick because we're on the cold side of the dome. You got the hot side of the dome and you got the cold side of the dome. We caught you spinning around. You're freezing, aren't you? It's okay. You can absorb my body heat for warmth. It was a cold morning, wasn't it?
It was really cold. It was below freezing.
We didn't get any footage of how cold we were that morning because
we were too cold to.
We were wrapped up. But cold or not, you know, we got to get out here. We got to get the work done. Course number 41 in the bag. What I want to do is just get a whole bunch of dirt prepared. Yeah, and the cob still has to get done. We still got to do the cob, so that slows us down a little bit. But and just knock out the rest of these courses. I think we got about 2 feet left to go. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Just 2 feet left to go. Maybe 5, maybe 6 courses left.
But we'll see what comes up, I guess.
No promises, because it gets cold, and you can't work in the cold. Your body shuts down at certain temperatures.
I'm reptilian or something.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned, because we're going to knock out the rest of this dome. Next video, we're closing this dome up. Can I make that promise?
I don't know if you should do that.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye. All right, get inside. Get inside where it's warm. Ah!